Chipotle stock has always had my attention. The reason being, I love Chipotle. Nothing made me happier. I live in Northeast Ohio. When I had 3 Chipotles within 15 minutes of me, I loved it because I thought to myself, great, now I don't have to be embarrassed when I go there 2 or 3 times a day. That is a fact. I used to do that. They also just had a historic stock split of 50-1. Their stock since then has dropped 15%. And Starbucks just stole their CEO by paying him $113 million to move companies. There is one major issue that Chipotle has that concerns me and could affect their future growth. And it concerns me as a consumer. I'm going to go over all the reasons why the stock is or is not worth a buy. Spoiler alert, I'm buying Chipotle in this very video. Now guys, Chipotle is currently at $53 a share after the 50-for-1 stock split. So it's equivalent to having $26.50 share price today. Now, remember, stock splits don't mean the stock is cheaper. It is not cheaper. There's nothing about value in a stock split whatsoever. Mo, all-time high, $69 a share, the equivalent of $3,500. Just back in June.
Yeah.
Just back in June, right before the day of the split, actually. I think that was the actual day of the split, was June 18th. Okay. Decent return on invested capital, 11.5% over the last 5 years, 16% last year. Company has grown tremendously, but look at this, Mo. Look at this price to free cash flow, 57, 53, 5 year of 87 and 91 on earnings. Profit margin, a lot higher in the last 12 months than the 5-year average. That's great. Gross margin, 27%. Revenue growth, huge. Why? Because they're opening more locations. Guys, in 2018, Chipotle had 2,400 stores or so, I believe. Mm-hmm. And now in 2023, it's grown 40%. I think it has 3,400 stores. Yeah, that's a lot.
3,440.
3,440. That's a lot of stores. Now, for me personally, Mo, when you go to Chipotle, first off, one thing I never do, I never order online.
I always order online.
And how much do you get gypped off on those portion sizes?
Because I don't like walking through the line.
What does that even mean?
Because that place is made for automation.
To me, the automation's for the portion sizes. I've always, ever since day one, I remember walking in and going, like I knew certain employees at certain locations did a better job with portion sizes. And it was inconsistent.
I feel like it's inconsistent even in person. That's my problem with Chipotle.
You're right, but let me ask you a question. If you don't have the pressure of somebody sitting in front of you saying, give me chicken, what are you going to do?
I guess I've never really had problems online.
You're a liar. That's 100%
it's
not
as
true.
Inconsistent in person as it is.
100% false.
No,
by the way, the
true.
only thing, you're right. It's more consistent over online because you get ripped off every single time. At least in person, you can sometimes be like,
well, it might be more, but it might be disproportionate food.
Man, sometimes I look at, a good friend of ours, Darnell, he'll sit there and go, that's not 4 ounces. Like he will literally look at something and go, that's not 4 ounces.
This place is made for automation.
I know, 100%. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what this new CEO should do.
Well, what they need is, I think they need the spoons to have just be like measuring spoons.
Cups.
Yeah, that's it. It's like the measuring, just boom, there's your size.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
to me, that's the biggest issue. The other thing is, I do think the in-restaurant experience has really, really plummeted. I love the fact that lines aren't long anymore because so many people do online, but the in-restaurant experience has just plummeted.
Remember that one we went to the other day before the Indians game, how messy it was inside?
Oh my gosh.
It was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
Yeah.
All right, now, Chipotle has said they're committing $50 million to fixing this whole portion size problem.
Nice.
And they can easily afford that because look at their free cash flow last year.
Oh, yeah.
$1.3 billion and the 5-year average of $856 million. With how much I go to Chipotle and Mo goes to Chipotle, it actually does bother us. Now, this is obviously, great problems to have as a human being. Let's just go to Chipotle right now, test it out.
All right, let's go.
To really test Chipotle's portion control, I decided to buy the same bowl at 3 different locations here in Northeast Ohio: Brecksville, Independence, and Fair Lawn. The bowl consisted of white rice, chicken, fajita vegetables, mild salsa, corn salsa, and cheese. No modifications. I could not believe the results. The smallest bowl weighed in at 17.6 ounces in Fair Lawn. The second highest was 20.92 ounces at Brecksville, and the heaviest was Independence at 21.16 ounces. All 3 had an average of 19.9 ounces. But the biggest surprise that came to us was the disparity between the smallest and the heaviest bowls. So we reached out to some of our fellow YouTubers as well as our community members across the country to determine just how consistent Chipotle is. And here's what we found out. As you can see, our lightest bowl was a paltry 17.39 ounces from Illinois, and the heaviest, a whopping 26.49 ounces right here in Northeast Ohio in a city called Highland Heights, Ohio. The average bowl size came in at 21.62 ounces, which is incredibly close to the 21.5 ounce average found in a similar study out of New York. If Chipotle can keep this consistency with the new CEO, we could see an increase in customer satisfaction and same-store sales. Thank you to everyone who responded and helped us gather the data for this video. Told you I was gonna buy Chipotle. Now guys, we did this whole video with people in our community. That's what we love about our community. We literally put it out there. Everyone was excited. We had tons of people email to get involved with, and we picked a few that really enjoyed the whole experience. And if you look right here, you've obviously heard us talk about it. You've gone to our website, everythingmoney.com, and you see we have daily limited spots. Because as the community continues to grow and grow faster, we've realized we need to make things a little bit more compartmentalized based on what people are doing. Okay, so right now, if you sign up for our software, you get everything and everything we're making in the future. But that's changing very soon. We're going to start splitting these off into separate packages. And the reason being is, as I made this software, I made it based selfishly for myself and for Mo. But as time went on and the community and channel grew so much, and we now actually have 4 channels right now. As it grew so much, we realized we had to focus more on the user, focus more on our community, and make the experience better. So we're splitting these off right now. But the good news is, that hasn't happened yet. You can still get all of these tools right now and every tool we make in the future by clicking on the link below. Go to everythingmoney.com/signup. Go check it out. We have a great $7 for 7-day trial. You can test it out. And once you go there and try it out, you will have all of these tools forever if you continue to sign up for it. So guys, if you want everything in the future and you want to be in your price tier, go click the link below, everythingmoney.com/signup, and sign up today before we make the changes. So Mo, 8 pillars, great 8 pillars. There's 6 of them except for valuation.
Holy.
And the good news is, Mo, they haven't been buying back a lot of shares. That's a good thing. True. You know, even though this is a check mark, it's one of the few check marks that actually goes, well, it depends. If this company was 10 times higher in price, I'd be like, hang on a second. We don't want them buying back any shares. Let's see what analysts are saying. Doubling their doubling their profit in the next 4 years.
Wow, even the revenue growth is huge.
The revenue growth is double digits, low to middle double digits all day. Profit growth 20+%. Guys, this is a premium company that deserves a premium. This is why the whole portion size and the whole restaurant experience bothers me so much. Because I look at dirty restaurants, I look at, annoying workers behind, kind of like there's very few of them that have great workers now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The one in Brexville, I think, has phenomenal workers.
Oh, really?
That one, except for my one incident. But yes, they have phenomenal workers over there. Even the one on 18. But there's other ones we know that's going to be a bad one.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the stock analyzer tool and check out Chipotle.
The last time I did this one, just because it's been so far out of reach.
All right, so I did a 10-year analysis. I did 5, 9, and 13%. That might be way too low, especially the way analysts believe it's going. So let's do this, Mo. I'm going to do 6, 11, and 16.
Okay.
Profit margin. I'm doing 8, 10, and 12. They just did 13% last year.
Right.
And free cash flow was a record of 12%. What should I do here, Mo?
I would increase it a little bit.
Should you? Should I?
On the high side, if the revenue growth is so high.
Let's do this. Let's do 8, 10, and 14. Okay. So I'm going to deviate from my usual, doing splits in the middle and making it even. So I'm going to keep the 8 and 10, and I'm going to go to 14 on the high side.
Okay.
PE, I did 18, 21, and 24.
I think that's fair.
It's currently at 52 PE, 57 price free cash flow, and my desired return of 9% per year. This is intrinsic value. This has no margin of safety. But remember, guys, if you're in the community, you need to put margin of safety in here because the future is unknown and we're humans and we make mistakes.
E. coli could happen.
E. coli, by the way, you joke about that? Oh. That's exactly it. I went on Facebook and actually wrote, I'd rather have E. coli than not have Chipotle. That was one of I thought my best posts ever.
You would have got burrito bucks for life.
First off, I wanted E. coli because all I wanted to do was sue Chipotle and say, here's our settlement. I want Chipotle for life. Once a day, I can have it for free. Random things can happen. Mm-hmm. These things do happen. So hit the analyze button. Boom. I got a low price of $13 a share, high price of 62, middle price of 27. Guys, it's just too expensive for me. I got to be patient. I'm waiting. I have it on my watch list at $25 a share. I'm probably going to increase it to 30. That way I can start selling puts at lower prices. Now, guys, you've heard me. I go to Chipotle so much. I'm separating the company from the stock price. I love Chipotle. I love the food. Even with bad experiences lately, I still love the food and go there every single day. I'm avoiding the stock right now because it's not at my right price. I increased my watch list to $30 a share. Also, please watch our next video on Starbucks. Thank you for your time.